Well, today marks 2 years since a 28-year-old Weber County woman was swept away in the Ogden River. To this day, search crews haven't found her body, and that's something her loved ones tell our Sarah Murphy they're learning to live with.
Is there still hope? Do you still have hope that you find her?
I do have hope, that one day we'll be able to lay her to rest and have that peace and that closure. But for the most part, I think I've just come to the terms that this is such a beautiful place and that it's okay.
Acceptance. It's something hard to learn, but as the river continues to rush over the past 2 years, Mattie Heiner is accepting.
For a long time, it brought a lot of trauma and a lot of really sad emotions. But now looking at it in the way that it is now, it brings a lot of peace.
It's been 2 years since Mattie's younger sister, Libby, went walking her dogs along the Ogden River. On May 1st, 2023, 28-year-old Libby Stimpson was swept in. A handful of 911 calls came in, all saying they heard a woman's screams coming from the water. Crews responded quickly. They lined the river and they let Libby's loved ones know.
I got a phone call from her mom that said, "Hey, Kins, I need you to get here as soon as possible. Libby fell in the river and they don't know where she is." And I knew when I got in the car that something was really, really wrong.
Volunteers jumped in to help too. For months, people watched the river. Search crews spent about 3,500 hours actively looking.
We had a map of how far down that we thought that somebody may have gone. We searched that area, we probed the river floor using sonar and stuff like that.
But if you stop by the bridge on a day like today, you'll notice it's a bit different, a bit less crowded. You see, October 2023, about 5 months after Libby fell into the river, crews called off the search.
Once we started getting into those later months, when it starts to get cold, that was the time that, we probably needed to call it off so that everybody would be safe.
Libby was never found. For loved ones, when they think on that decision to call off the search, well, their feelings ebb and flow.
It was hard, but I think it was closing a chapter that was well needed because we had spent so long searching and we just were exhausted by the end of it all. I came with a lot of mixed emotions. There was peace, there was sadness because we didn't get an outcome.
You really had to dig within yourself and think, okay, I have to become okay with this being her final resting place. There's no other option.
So as quick as the river rushes, life goes on.
I drive over the bridge almost every day, so that's kind of forced me to find some peace in the situation.
But the memories, well, those don't go anywhere.
Chill out and actually enjoy the moment. And I think she would be like, "Hey, you're finally listening to me.
I know.
I've been telling you guys for years to cool it."
And their love for Libby is constant, just like her final resting place.
It would make me cry. I love you, I miss you, and I wish you were here.
And the Weber County Sheriff's Office says this is still an active case, so if you do come across someone or something you think could be helpful here, give police a call.